Are you a senior looking to secure grants in June 2025? If so, you've come to the right place. The South African Social Security Agency, Sassa, has just revealed some crucial information that you'll need to know in order to make sure you're eligible for the grants available next year. Whether you rely on social grants for extra support or you're just looking for ways to enhance your income, understanding these updated requirements is absolutely essential. In this video, we will break down everything you need to know about Sassa's new guidelines and eligibility criteria. We'll explain who can apply, the documents required, and how the process will work come June 2025. With these changes, it's more important than ever to ensure you're well prepared ahead of time. We'll also touch on common mistakes applicants make and how to avoid them, so you don't miss out on the support you deserve. The upcoming changes could mean new opportunities for financial relief or even adjustments to the amounts received. Sassa has updated its requirements to better align with the current socio-economic challenges, ensuring that those in need, especially seniors, get the most out of available funds. But, with so much to consider, it can feel overwhelming. Don't worry, we've got you covered. Stay tuned, as we'll guide you through everything step by step to ensure you're ready for the 2025 grant application process. If you're a senior or know someone who will be affected by these updates, this information is crucial. Before we dive in, don't forget to hit that like button if you're ready to take control of your finances and make sure you're set for the future. By liking this video, you'll help us reach more seniors who need to hear this important information. Let's get started. Welcome back, everyone. Now that we've got your attention with the important update on the Sassa grants for June 2025, let's dive deeper into the nitty-gritty of what you need to know. As we mentioned in the hook, these new changes could have a significant impact on your ability to apply and receive grants. Whether you're familiar with the Sassa grant system or this is your first time hearing about it, we're here to help you navigate through it all step by step. So, grab a cup of tea, get comfortable, and let's talk about what lies ahead for seniors in 2025. First, let's talk about what's driving these changes to Sassa's grant system. The South African government has made it clear that the economic landscape is changing, and they want to ensure that those who need financial assistance the most are being properly supported. It's no secret that seniors face unique challenges, especially when it comes to managing finances and accessing services. The new changes to the grant requirements aim to address these issues, providing more targeted and efficient assistance to people who are in genuine need. You might be wondering what's going to change. Well, for starters, Sassa is updating the criteria for eligibility. This is because they want to ensure that the people who are truly in need of financial assistance are the ones who receive it. With the rise in the cost of living, inflation, and changes in the economy, Sassa has recognized that more people may require support, so they're taking a closer look at how grants are allocated. Let's break down the eligibility criteria for the June 2025 grants. If you're a senior and you've received a grant before, you're probably familiar with the basics. But, trust me, there are some key changes coming your way, and understanding them will give you a significant advantage when applying for the next round of grants. For one, Sassa is making the application process a bit more streamlined. They've recently introduced online systems to help with applications, making it easier for seniors to apply without needing to visit the office in person. This is a great step forward, as we all know how difficult it can be to navigate long lines and wait for hours to get assistance. The new system should make the process faster and more efficient, especially for those who are tech-savvy or have someone to help them with the process. However, the online system comes with its own set of requirements. In 2025, seniors applying for grants will need to verify their personal information through an online portal or by submitting specific documents that prove their identity and financial status. This includes updated proof of income, proof of residency, and a valid South African ID. It's crucial that you gather these documents ahead of time so that when the application opens, you're ready to submit everything on time. Trust me, the last thing you want is to be scrambling to get these documents when the deadline is fast approaching. The most significant change that you'll notice in the June 2025 grants is the way Sassa will assess your income and financial status. For seniors, this means that the government will take a closer look at your pension, any savings you have, and any other forms of income you might be receiving. They want to make sure that the financial assistance is directed to those who need it most. But don't worry, this doesn't mean that you're automatically disqualified if you have a small pension or savings. Instead, Sassa is taking a more holistic approach to how they assess your financial situation. They'll look at your income in conjunction with your living expenses and overall needs. If you're a senior living on a limited income, this could mean you'll still be eligible for assistance, even if you're receiving a small pension. One important thing to note is that the thresholds for income eligibility will be updated in 2025. While the exact figures are not finalized yet, Sassa is expected to increase the income limits, which means more seniors will qualify for grants. This could be a game changer for those who were previously just above the eligibility threshold and didn't qualify for assistance. So, if you've applied for a grant in the past and didn't get approved, it might be worth checking out the updated eligibility criteria to see if you now qualify. Now, let's talk about the new application process. As we mentioned before, Sassa is introducing more online options for seniors, but they're also keeping the traditional face-to-face options for those who prefer to apply in person or don't have access to the internet. The online process will involve creating an account on the official Sassa website or using a Sassa-approved app from there. You'll be able to submit your application and upload all the necessary documents directly to the system. While the online process will make things much easier for many people, Sassa is aware that not all seniors are familiar with technology. That's why they're putting extra effort into providing support for those who may need help. They're training a team of support staff who will be available to guide seniors through the online application process. If you don't have access to the internet or a smartphone, don't worry, Sassa will still allow in-person submissions at their offices. The application forms will also be simplified to make them easier to fill out. This means fewer confusing questions and more straightforward instructions. For many seniors, the application process can be overwhelming, especially when there's a lot of paperwork involved. The goal of the new process is to make everything as easy and stress-free as possible. Another important aspect of the new changes is the amount of the grants. Although we don't have the exact figures for June 2025, we know that Sassa plans to increase the grant amounts to keep up with inflation and the rising cost of living. This is especially important for seniors, who often face higher healthcare and living costs. The government understands that the financial needs of seniors are increasing, and they want to ensure that the grants reflect that. If you're concerned about whether you'll be receiving enough to cover your expenses, rest assured that Sassa is working hard to ensure that the amounts are fair and sufficient. In addition, there will be more flexibility in how the grants can be used. For example, Sassa is looking into allowing seniors to use grants for specific needs like healthcare services, home care, or transportation. This will make it easier for you to spend your grant on what matters most to you. Sassa has also made it a priority to protect seniors from potential fraud and exploitation. As we've seen in the past, some scammers try to take advantage of vulnerable individuals by offering fake grants or requesting payment for services that are supposed to be free. To combat this, Sassa is introducing new security measures that will help prevent fraud and ensure that grants are distributed fairly. One of the key measures being implemented is a more rigorous verification process. Seniors will need to provide proof of identity and financial status through official documents, and these documents will be cross-checked with Sassa's records to ensure they match. This will help to reduce the number of fraudulent applications and ensure that only eligible seniors receive grants. Sassa will also provide ongoing education and awareness campaigns to help seniors recognize and avoid common scams. It's important that you stay informed and cautious, especially when dealing with people who ask for money or personal information in exchange for grant assistance. Now that you know what to expect, let's talk about how you can start preparing for June 2025. First and foremost, make sure that you have all your documents in order. This includes your South African ID, proof of income, proof of residency, and any other relevant paperwork. It's always better to gather these documents ahead of time so you're not rushing around at the last minute. Second, stay informed about the changes to the grant system. Sassa will be sending out updates through their official channels, including their website, social media pages, and newsletters. Make sure to keep an eye out for these updates, as they will provide you with the latest information on the eligibility criteria, grant amounts, and the application process. Finally, consider reaching out to Sassa for assistance if you have any questions or need help with the application process. They have a dedicated support team that can guide you through every step. Whether you're applying online or in person, don't hesitate to ask for help if you need it. As we wrap up this video, I hope you feel more prepared and confident about the upcoming changes to Sassa grants in June 2025. These updates are designed to make the application process smoother, more accessible, and more fair for seniors like you. With the increased grant amounts, improved eligibility criteria, and more support for those who need it most, 2025 could be a great year for seniors who rely on these grants. So, what are you waiting for? Start preparing now, gather your documents, stay informed, and don't forget to check back for future updates. If you found this video helpful, Make sure to hit that like button below. It really helps us out and allows us to reach more seniors who might benefit from this information. Don't forget to subscribe and share this video with anyone who could use it. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.